Hey guys, how's it going? Got another episode of Bust a Nut here, and this one is a very, very good battle. And as you can see, I'm using this team that I was trying to base around Clang, and this guy is also a very good opponent himself. I don't know what who it was exactly, but looking at the teams, I have a team where I try to set the rocks up with the Webble and then pretty much try to sweep with Clang, and all my other four Pokemon are used to support the other ones or try and take out whatever Clang cannot. And on his team, the biggest threat for me is definitely going to be Executor because he can outspeed Swallow. He can wall my Clang if he's defensive, and he can do a lot of damage to my team. And Licky Licky can't really touch him, and he's the only thing that walls it. And other than that, I don't see too many big threats, so let's get right into this. He leads off with a sock with a mold breaker, which I didn't really see. I stayed in and I died the first turn, so that's a mistake by me. No hazards for Dwebble, and I'm gonna go into Torterra. My gosh, my speech is bad right now. And I just go for the leech seed on anything, thinking he wouldn't go into Executor because it's not the best matchup. And here I actually over predicted him to go for the Volt switch or just switch on the prediction to me to switch because of the air slash. I don't really know. Didn't work out too well for me. And here he makes a great prediction, predicts me to switch into Clang to resist the air slash. But here I'm like, okay, I have Misdreavus and not Swalot, Torterra to resist the things that are super effective against me, and I could easily switch out of a close combat. So I'm pretty sure that he's gonna switch or go for Ice Punch or something weird like that. So I'm just gonna set up the shift gear on this free opportunity. Is pretty much how I saw it. High risk, high reward situation, and he's gonna switch back into a sock. But I actually wanted to go for the Gear Grind straight away in case he did want to switch into something, and I just wanted damage off before switching. So yeah, it works out really well for me, and I'm just going to continue to go for the Gear Grind, not wanting Sock to kill me. And now I'm like, okay, he's not going to go back into a Sock. He's probably going to switch out into something else or stay in and do something weird. I doubt he has Fire Blast, so I'm just going to set up more, seeing as if this is pretty much a free opportunity. I get to max speed and +3 attack, so that's really good. And now I'm looking pretty good to sweep for a little bit at least. I take out the Skuntank, and I got the Sock really low, and now he gets his Aftermath, and he's going to bring in his Executor, which I'm like, alright, please don't be defensive. But that does absolutely no damage. He gets the Citrus Berry back after 2 Gear Grinds at +3. He's at freaking 86 or 75, and then after the seed, he's at 86. So I'm like, okay, this is going nowhere. Let me go into Swalot just to pretty much fodder it, I thought, but I don't know really why I switched into that. I figured he was faster than me by base speed, and he's just going to go for the Psychic on my Licky Licky, do nothing. And here I had a plan. I was going to switch into Executor, trying to get the Leech Seed off on him, but he just goes straight for the Psychic. And it does a lot, actually, which shows me that I could have stayed in and Ice Beamed or Sludge Bombed or Encored. Either one, but I go into Misdreavus now to take the Psychic fairly well, go for the Taunt so he can't do any of that shenanigans, and I have the super effective Shadow Ball on him, so that works really well for me. He's going to go for the Psychic. It could kill me again, but I know I could kill him, so here I actually over-predict. Go for the Hidden Power Fighting, but he goes into Rotom Fan instead. Now Shadow Ball would have done a heavy chunk to that, so that was a pretty weird play going into him in my opinion. I go into Clang to resist the incoming Air Slash, which I thought he would go for since I do have Torterra still alive. And I double switched back into Misdreavus because I knew now that he had Skuntank gone, he didn't really have anything to hit Misdreavus too hard. So I was going to try and keep Misdreavus as a pivot here because it was a very good asset to my team at this point. But I do get poisoned by the Gunk Shot, which is very unfortunate for me. I don't want to spam Shadow Balls on the possible chance for Clang to, not Clang, for Zangoose to come in. So I switched into my Clang, seeing as I thought I could freaking set up all over his face. But he has the Hidden Power Nothing, which is going to do nothing to me, and he's going to go into Executor to take me on. But I realized that if I was setting up, I could get all the way set up. All he could do is Seed and Psychic me, which is going to be doing nothing, and I do have the Clear Body ability, so he couldn't even possibly get the drop. So effectively, I'm going to win this war of setting up versus stalling. And if I do get set up all the way, I'm definitely looking good for a sweep at that. So he does set up the sub and get the leech sheet off on me. I'm sleep talking. I get the shift gear, which is very good. It just speeds this up that much more. He's going to go for the psychic, and it's really just doing nothing. Could have sped this part up, I guess, but it's whatever. This is a very long video. Sorry about that. I know some people don't like it too long, and I try to keep this, since this is my personal favorite series, I try to keep it even for everybody at least. So, yeah, he gets his citrus berry back. He's like, alright, I'm going to switch to sock, but I wake up and I go for the shift gear just so I'm set up more attack. Predicted him to switch, or stay in right there, I mean. And I go for the gear grind because I'm going to outspeed, and I hit it. That's great. And he brings it back in executor here. I paused it. I was like, okay, there's no point in going for the shift gear. It probably, or gear grind. It probably won't kill him. I'll just go for the rest, and that's actually what he was baiting me to do. As you will see, he wanted me to go to the rest, go for the rest, so that he could get a free switch in his Zangoose and get his Toxic Orb going, which is a very, very good play by him. Gets him exactly at the position he wanted, but sadly for him, he did not. I don't think he knew I was defensive. I actually am. Haven't really had a good opportunity to show that, but I go for the sleep talk and get the shift gear, not the gear grind, which is unfortunate. I know I could take one close combat. I thought I would take it maybe a little better, like 50%. I'm not really sure, but obviously after the leech sheet, he's going to be able to kill me with a quick attack. Actually, I thought I might be able to take one, but you know, you can't hope for too much, or else you'll get hexed. Going to Licky Licky now. Actually, gonna double switch into Misdreavus, but he predicted the Protect, I guess, and he went into Garbodor, which it ended up being a very weird play by both of us because I want to keep my Misdreavus alive for sure, and I'm definitely trying very hard at that in this game. And I don't even care about spikes because the only Pokemon that I knew I needed for this battle was Misdreavus pretty much, and I have Swalot to set up the, or soak up the toxic spikes. So if he wants to continue to set up the toxic spikes, I really don't care. But I'm going to try and wish past my Misdreavus as he gives me the free opportunity to when he goes into his Zangoose, and I'm like, okay, I know I can take one Night Slash, so I'm going to stay in, take the Night Slash, 70%, not bad for a more offensive Misdreavus, and it does enough to the point where the Toxic will just barely take it out, which is fantastic. I did have two fodders if he did want to live that. And I go into Licky Licky now, not wanting to risk the Air Slash and go into my Torterra just yet. So I do go into Licky Licky, and I feel like I'm going to Body Slam here. Yeah, I do Body Slam, I believe. And he goes into his Executor. Sadly, I do not get the Paralyzation, but I don't actually remember what I did here. This is kind of embarrassing. He goes for the sub. I think I just go for the Wish or the Heal Bell. Yeah, I just go for the Wish, and I think I'm going to pass it to Misdreavus if I do remember correctly. Yes, I do pass it to Misdreavus. He's at low health. I got very lucky. He went for the Leech Seed, not the Psychic there. That was a very risky play by me now that I think about it, because he could have killed Misdreavus and I would have lost the game. But I wanted to fodder Swalot first, I think. I'm not sure. I guess I wanted to fodder Swalot before. I don't think I had a real reason to. Oh yeah, because of the Leech Seed. Can bring him back in Taunt, and Psychic's not going to do all too much, but he does just go for the Leech Seed, even after I showed him Taunt, which is kind of weird. I go for the Shadow Ball, though, as he goes for the Psychic. Does a nice, I'm going to say around third. I know I can threaten him out with a Shadow Ball. He has nothing to resist it, and I take out that Garbodor with two Shadow Balls, which is very nice. Leaves me around 50. He's going to go into his Rotom. I don't want to risk dying because I need Misdreavus, so I'm just going to fodder Torterra. I don't even care if he wants to go for Air Slash. He's just a fodder so that I can go into my Licky Licky. Now here I believe I could have double switched and gone into Misdreavus. I'm not sure if that's what I did. It's not actually. I go for the Body Slam. I don't get the Paralysis again. And really here, I do wish past Misdreavus. I believe I was at a high enough health to live a Psychic, which is what he decides to straight go for, just in case I do want to go into my Misdreavus. So I do wish past Misdreavus, and I can't switch into Licky Licky once more as fodder. And I do live that barely. He gets the drop, though, which is the only thing preventing me from winning right here. So here's where the plan comes together. I go for the Shadow Ball, and now I'm like, okay, I can kill him with one more. Don't want to risk him killing me with a Thunderbolt, though. Switch into Licky Licky as fodder, and I'm going to be able to bring back in my Misdreavus, live a hit, kill him, and then kill Executor. And that will be a very close game. I didn't tell you my complete strategy, I feel like. It was kind of hard to follow. If you did, you're great, you're awesome. Yeah, so pretty much I use Misdreavus as the pivot to kill this. Pretty much, I think he did kill the entire team almost. He killed Zangoose, um, all the things. I don't know. He killed 4 of the Pokemon pretty much. So that's a very good game. Definitely, I don't know who that was. If you're a Citrus Warrior, you are a pretty good battler yourself, and that was a very good game. Bust a Nut is a great series. This wasn't like my regular episodes. This was just a very intense game that I had fun with. So yeah, I'll leave you at that, and goodbye.